Hello boys and girls. Today I want to read this story, Dear Mr. Blueberry, for you. It is written by Simon James, and I'm guessing that he must be the author and the illustrator of this book because I don't see any other names on the front cover. Now on the back we do have a blurb. I just want to read the top part for you for now. Whales don't live in ponds, or do they? What do you think? Do whales live in ponds? This story is about a little girl named Emily who thinks she can see a whale in her pond. So she writes to her teacher to tell him about it and to ask for some information on whales. So let's get started and we'll read Emily's first letter to Mr. Blueberry. Now hopefully you'll be able to see the letter and the picture. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I love whales very much and I think I saw one in my pond today. Please send me some information on whales as I think he might be hurt. Love, Emily. Now, as you can see, she got a letter back from her teacher. Dear Emily, here are some details about whales. I don't think you'll find it was a whale you saw because whales don't live in ponds, but in salt water. Yours sincerely, your teacher, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I am now putting salt in the pond every day before breakfast, and last night I saw my whale smile. I think he is feeling better. Do you think he might be lost? Love, Emily. What do you think? Is that a good idea to put salt in the pond? Let's see. Oh, she has another letter. You can see she read it as soon as it came through the letterbox. Dear Emily, please don't put any more salt in the pond. I'm sure your parents won't be pleased. I'm afraid there can't be a whale in your pond because whales don't get lost. They always know where they are in the oceans. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm very happy because I saw my whale jump up and spurt lots of water. He looked blue. Does this mean he might be a blue whale? Love, Emily. P.S. What can I feed him with? Dear Emily, blue whales are blue, and they eat tiny shrimp-like creatures that live in the sea. However, I must tell you that a blue whale is much too big to live in your pond. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. P.S. Perhaps it is a blue goldfish. And if you can see, boys and girls, in the picture, she's reading a book about goldfish, so she must be doing a little bit of research into that. Dear Mr. Blueberry, last night I read your letter to my whale. Afterward, he let me stroke his head. It was very exciting. I secretly took him some crunched up cornflakes and breadcrumbs. This morning, I looked in the pond and they were all gone. I think I shall call him Arthur. What do you think? Love, Emily. Now, and she has another letter back from her teacher. Dear Emily, I must point out to you quite forcibly now that in no way could a whale live in your pond. You may not know that whales are migratory, which means they travel great distances each day. I am sorry to disappoint you. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm a little sad. Arthur has gone. I think your letter made sense to him and he decided to be migratory again. Love, Emily. Dear Emily, please don't be too sad. It really was impossible for a whale to live in your pond. Perhaps when you were older you would like to sail the ocean studying and protecting whales. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. And if you take a look at her room, boys and girls, what do you think? Does it look like she's interested in whales? I can see a poster of a whale's fin and I can see a book about whales. Can anyone else spot the book? Dear Mr. Blueberry, it's been the happiest day. I went to the beach and you'll never guess, but I saw Arthur. I called to him and he smiled. I knew it was Arthur because he let me stroke his head. I gave him some of my sandwich and then we said goodbye. I shouted that I loved him very much and I hope you don't mind I said you loved him too. Love, Emily and Arthur. The end. So what did you think of that one, boys and girls? So could a whale live in a pond? Do you know any animals that would live in a pond habitat? I wonder, can I think of any? Maybe a frog? I bet you can think of lots more. Or what about in the ocean? What animals would you find in the ocean? Maybe a whale or a dolphin? I bet you can think of lots more too. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much for listening to the story. Slán!